There's no greater superpower than the ability to be able to create life and nourish that life with the milk produced from my own body. And yet, several nursing mothers have many misconceptions of what a low milk supply actually constitutes. There are only two guaranteed factors of what can be proven as far as a child that is receiving low milk. That is an inadequate amount of wet diapers and soiled diapers, as well as inadequate weight gain. Although, as a mother of a 1-year-old baby, I completely understand that setting unrealistic schedules for pumping and nursing just isn't the real world. So eventually, everybody's milk supply is going to decrease. Every woman's milk supply will decrease. But don't give up. There's 2 easy steps that you can do that'll boost your milk supply right back up like it never went down. So first things first, do you really have a low milk supply? So the first thing that many women kind of concoct in their own head is that the time between feedings is the best gauge of if my baby's getting enough milk or not. And that's actually not true. A breastfed baby will feed on average every 1.5 to 2 hours versus a formula fed baby that would be every 3 to 4 hours, simply because breast milk is digested quicker. Also, around 3 weeks, an infant will have a growth spurt. So they'll begin to want to nurse more, want to consume more milk, but your breast will actually automatically, naturally regulate itself in order to be sufficient for the child. So you ask, well, how do I know if my baby's producing enough wet or soiled diapers? How do I know if he's gaining enough weight? On average, a newborn will soil at least 3 diapers a day, will wet at least 3 diapers a day, and will soil at least 1 to 2 diapers a day. As they get older, roughly around 3 months or so, they'll begin to wet at least 6 diapers a day and soil up to 10 diapers a day if they are purely breastfed. The weight of a newborn should increase from 4 to 7 ounces every week until they're at least 1 month old. Between 1 month and 6 months, they should gain anywhere from 1 pound to 2 pounds every month. And then from 6 months to a year, they should on average gain 1 pound every month. So now you think you're good to go. Your milk is producing the way it should be. However, you have to go back to work. So the first day you're back to work, you're sitting in front of your computer. You're busy trying to catch up on everything that you've missed since you've been out on maternity leave. And you forget to pump. The next day, it's okay, I'll just pump twice as long tomorrow. Well, the next day you leave your pump at home altogether. So eventually by the end of week 1, your milk has diminished and you have no idea what to do. However, don't fret. If you follow these 2 steps, you'll actually be able to increase your milk supply in no time. The body has a feedback inhibitor lactation protein that's within the breasts, and it tells the body whether it needs to speed up production or slow down production of milk. The fuller that the breast becomes, the less milk it decides to produce. It does it at a slower rate. So the number one thing to do is to nurse all day long. And you can even do things such as taking a nursing vacation. So for 2 to 3 days, it's just you and your baby, and you nurse every hour on the hour for a good, like I said, 2 to 3 days, and that will increase your milk supply in no time. You can also do things such as take supplements. Fenugreek as well as fennel tea will increase milk supply, and it also inhibits relaxation for the mother. Diet, proper exercise, and rest are also additional factors that you can do in order to increase milk supply. So in conclusion, taking all of that information together and putting it into one, you can understand that the number one part of understanding a low milk supply is understanding whether you are actually experiencing it or not. And then, of course, if you are, there are always steps that you can take in order to increase it. So I'll leave you with a little known fact about breastfeeding. Michael Jordan, an NBA legend, was actually breastfed until he was 3 years old. So who knows, maybe if you continue to breastfeed your little baby that you're having now, he might just be the next basketball NBA legend.